Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video session, we are going to cover part 4 from the chapter The Union Parliament or the Union Legislature. जिन लोगों ने चैनल को पहली बार विजिट किया है उन लोगों के लिए मैं बताना चाहती हूँ कि सिविक्स के हर एक चैप्टर के लिए मैंने हैंड रिटन नोट्स प्रिपेयर किया है जो कि ना केवल एक बुक से पढ़कर बनाया गया हो बल्कि 2 बुक से पढ़कर बनाया गया है। उनमें से पहला बुक है रतन सागर जो कि सुदेशना सेन गुप्ता जी ने लिखा है और दूसरा बुक है गोयल ब्रदर्स। इसलिए वो नोट्स में हर एक टॉपिक बहुत अच्छे से कवर किया हुआ है। अगर आप वो नोट्स पाना चाहते हैं तो नीचे दिए गए हुए लिंक पे जाकर क्लिक करें जिससे कि आप टेलीग्राम चैनल का एक हिस्सा बन सके और वो सारा नोट्स को देख सकें। कमिंग टू द वीडियो वंस अगेन। Parliamentary procedures. So what are parliamentary procedure? When a student go to school, he has to follow certain rules and regulation. Whenever he come to school, he has to be a part of the prayer and then afterwards the student enter into the classroom where they attend a specific class. Afterwards, they attend the next class. Similarly, in Parliament, there are different procedure which has to be followed in the normal proceedings of the House. Parliamentary procedures are the formalities which the legislature have to observe in the course of their function. Some of the most common procedure observed by the Indian Parliament and also by the state legislature are given as under oath. You have often seen in news or had often read in newspaper that tomorrow is the oath ceremony of that particular prime minister or governor of the state. This means whenever a new president, prime minister or governor is elected, they have to take the oath that they will faithfully and honestly serve their post. Similarly, a member of the parliament has to take oath before he enter into the proceeding of the house or before he become a part of the proceedings of the house. So coming to the point number first, oath. After the general election or by-election or mid-term election, the duly elected members have to take the following oath. I, having been elected or nominated a member of the Council of States or the House of the People, do swear in the name of God, affirm that I will be true and owe allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established, and I will faithfully discharge the duty upon which I am about to enter. It is only after taking this oath that a member can take part in the proceedings of the House. So from this point we came to know that whenever a person is elected or nominated as a member of parliament, either Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, he has to take an oath that he will always be remain loyal, faithful and honest to his duty. Quorum. Quorum is the most frequent and most commonly used term in civics. You need to remember this. Quorum. So what is quorum? Quorum is the minimum numbers of members to be present in the house before it could transact any business. As per rule, 1/10 of the total membership of each house constitutes the quorum. The present strength of Lok Sabha is 545, hence 55 members constitute the quorum. The present strength of Rajya Sabha is 245, hence 25 members constitute the quorum. So, what is quorum? Quorum is the minimum numbers that are required to be present in the house before the meeting of the house can begin. So it is just simple. If question is asked, what do you mean by quorum? There you can write the answer. Quorum is the minimum number of members which are required to be present in the house before the meeting of the house can begin. It is 1/10 of the total membership of each of the House of Parliament. Casting vote. The decision of the House are taken by a majority vote, but if there is a tie, that is the votes for and against happen to be equal, the Speaker of the House has been given the power to cast his vote to make a decision. A vote by the Speaker is called the casting vote. So you must have understood do you mean by casting vote? It is also a most frequent question asked in the examination. You can have a question like, for 1 marks, what do you mean by casting vote? So casting vote is a vote which is given by the Speaker of the House, and when it is given by the Speaker, it is given in a case when there is a tie of votes for and against for a particular bill, resolution or motion, and that particular vote which is given by the Speaker of the House is known as casting vote. Coming to question R. Every member of the House has the privilege to ask questions from the government on matters of public interest. Such questions are addressed to the chair, and if admitted, the government is obliged to answer them. First hour of every working day of the House is reserved for question unless otherwise decided by the Speaker. So question R. What is question R? Question R is a particular time where a member of the parliament can ask questions from the government on the matters of public interest. Every first hour of the working day is reserved for this question hour. Now there are three types of question: unstraight question, straight question and short notice question. What's the difference between these three? Unstraight question means this question has to be answered in a written form by the particular minister or concerned minister. Straight question means this question has to be answered in oral form. Short notice question means this question can be asked in the parliament with a prior notice of around 10 days. Now, if a question does not fall into the category of all these three questions, it is categorized as supplementary question. Supplementary question means additional question, and it can also be asked in the floor of the House. 0 hour. The time immediately following the question hour is known as the 0 hour. It starts at around 12 o'clock and members can raise issue of the importance and ask question. Usually there is a lunch break at 1 p.m. The 0 hour therefore does not last for more than an hour. So what is 0 hour? क्वेश्चन आवर के इमिडिएटली बाद 0 आवर का टाइम फॉलो किया जाता है. इस टाइम पे कोई भी मेंबर पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट या पब्लिक इम्पोर्टेंस से रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन को राइज कर सकता है और इस पर डिस्कशन हो सकता है. बट 0 आवर मैक्सिमम 1 आवर का होता है क्योंकि 1 PM पे लंच ब्रेक का टाइम होता है और 12 o'clock पे ये स्टार्ट होता है. Resolution. A resolution is a motion presented to the House on matter of general public interest. A person must give 15 days prior notice for such a motion. The Speaker may allow a shorter period of notice. The majority opinion in the House on such a matter is called resolution of the House. So what is resolution? A resolution is a kind of motion which is presented in the House on matter of general public interest. It can be brought into House with a 15 days prior notice. This duration of time can be customized with the permission of Speaker. President's address. The President addresses the joint sitting of the House at the commencement of the first session after each general election. The President also addresses both House of the Parliament at the commencement of the first session of each year, that is the budget session. So here I would like to share an example. You must have noticed whenever you enter into your academic year, each first day of that academic year, each year, that first day is generally introduced by the principal of the school that on what all things you need to focus. The same thing at the beginning of session after each general election or at each year, that is the budget session, the President addresses the House that in which all programs they are going to do work and what are the initiatives through which they will work out or what are the programs which they need to achieve. So this is the President address. A question comes from this point also, that when does the President addresses both House of the Parliament? So you can write that President addresses a joint sitting of the both Houses of Parliament at the commencement, that is at the beginning of first session after each general election, and at the first session of each year, that is the budget session. The President's address is a policy statement of the government. The address outlines the policies and programs of the government. The same thing which I told you before. Motions. Whenever a matter of urgent public interest is sought to be discussed in the House, it is called a motion. Motions can be of various kind. Motion is a type of resolution and it is passed whenever there is a matter of public interest, urgent public interest needed to be discussed in the house. There are different kind of motions like motion of thanks, adjournment motion, no confidence motion, privilege motion and many more. Let's start with the motion of thanks. First session of every new parliament and first session of every fiscal year. Fiscal year, that means the budget session, is addressed by the president. This address by the president is moved in the house, debated and approved. Such a motion is called motion of thanks. So as we have discussed just before president's address, so motion of thanks basically compromises of it. Whenever president address the policies and the programs of the government, it is approved in the house and then it is debated, and that particular motion is known as motion of thanks. And when it is done at the first session of every new parliament and at the first session of every fiscal year, that is the budget session. Substantive motion, it is a resolution of the house giving express opinion of the house on a particular matter. So what is substantive motion? Substantive motion is a type of resolution in which the member of the house are free to give their expressions and opinion on particular matter. Motion for removal or impeachment. So you must understand here, impeachment is nothing else but whenever you want to remove a person for he has done something against the constitution or has violated the constitution or law, you can't just remove the people by saying just this. You have to follow a procedure which is known as impeachment. It is followed for all those people who belong to the judiciary, executive or wing of the parliament of the constitution. Motion for removal or impeachment. If the president, the vice president, the speaker or judge acts in violation of the constitution, the parliament can move to remove, impeach such a dignitary. So if a person like president, vice president, judge of the Supreme Court or High Court, chief justice of the Supreme Court or High Court does something wrongs or against the constitution, the person is removed through a process known as impeachment. So this is known as impeachment. Adjournment motion. This is also a most frequent definition asked in the examination. So what does adjournment motion means? In our school, a normal procedure is followed that first we do prayer, then we attend class, then there is a break, then again we attend class, then there is a lunch break. So in similar way, in parliament there is a procedure which needs to be followed. First there will be question hour, then 0 hour. Similarly, the school follows the rules and regulation, but in the parliament something happens, or in the country or nation something happens which needs to be discussed immediately, then the adjournment motion is brought in the house. And what happens then? Then the normal proceedings of the house does not need to be followed. At that moment of time, immediately the urgent public important matter could be discussed. So adjournment motion. Daily business of the house is programmed well in advance and is conducted accordingly. But if a question of immense public importance crops up, the member can demand adjournment of the discussion on slated business and discuss that matter immediately. No confidence motion. It is also a motion which you will get to see in every page of the civics in the first chapter. It is a motion, if I explain simply, it is a motion that if a majority party passes something in the parliament and it does, and that matter or that bill does not gain adequate amount of vote and maximum votes are against it, no confidence motion is passed in the Lok Sabha and the whole ministry has to resign there itself. So in a parliamentary setup, the Council of Ministers works till it enjoys the confidence of the legislature. If a successful motion of no confidence is passed in the Lok Sabha, the Council of Ministers has to resign. And if on other hand the majority votes against the motion, the government survives. No confidence motion are very important because when a debate is held on the no confidence motion, members discuss the general policies of the government in detail and not the matter of a particular bill. In such a way, The light is shed on different problems and the attitude of different parties toward them. So whenever a no confidence motion is passed in the Lok Sabha, it makes obligatory for the whole ministry to resign, but a similar motion is passed in the Rajya Sabha. The ministry is not obliged to resign. Call attention motion. A member of parliament with prior permission of the speaker call the attention of a minister to any matter of urgent public importance, and the minister may make a brief statement or ask for time to make a statement at a later hour or date. This is called call attention motion. So call attention motion is different than all other motion, because here a member of the house, if he feels that any matter of urgent public importance is not being taken into consideration or is not being taken into the limelight, then the person can ask the particular minister or a particular person to explain about it, and then it could be explained in brief, or can be taken or can be explained later by that person, and this motion can be brought into the house with the prior permission of the speaker. Privilege motion. A privilege motion is moved by a member if he feels that a minister has committed a breach of privilege of the house of any one or more of its member by withholding the facts of a case or by giving a distorted version of facts, etc. So when does this motion is passed? Privilege motion is passed when a member does something wrong, or hides something, or present a changed version of facts before the house. So at that time of at that moment of time, a privilege motion can be passed against that member. Beside that, house has to be adjourned after the business for the day is over, when the death occurs of a sitting member of the house, when there is so much disorder in the house that it is difficult to conduct the business for want of quorum, as when the speaker finds it's necessary. So beside all those things, the house can be adjourned. That means house can be dismissed. No further meetings will be continued on that particular day. And when could it happen? It could happen in these 5 cases. After the business for the day is over, that means after the discussion for the day is over, if the death of a sitting member occurs on that particular day, if there is so much disorder and chaos in the whole house, or if the house lacks quorum, we have discussed about it in this video. That means if the sufficient amount of member is not present in the house on that particular day, or as when the speaker finds it's necessary. So that's all for this video. Let's meet in the next video. Stay tuned for part 5, where we'll discuss about powers and functions of the parliament and the relationship between the two houses of the parliaments and point of difference between the two houses of parliament, and procedure for the amendment of the constitution. This will be the last part of this chapter. For this part, stay tuned, and for notes, do join the Telegram channel. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching till end. If you find this video useful, do subscribe to the channel and press the notification bell so you don't miss our update from the channel.